So today I want to talk about Texas and Texas fans, and y'all are rebuilding, and all that's coming up after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner
What's up, kin folks? It's RJ Young. I am not on Step Mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. So it's college football related, sports related. We have a good time. And today, Texas fans, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you in the comments talking about beating Utah, or of all things, okay? I understand. Oklahoma was embarrassed by LSU in the college football playoff. But it's also like, look, we could talk about the coordinators. We could talk about Ehlinger and how he needs to mature. We need to talk about what Tom Herman is going to do. But first, let me tell you why I'm here right now talking about this on this particular day. So many of you know that I am in the comments, and if you have joined this channel and you are a member, you have my attention, right? But this was not one of those comments. I'm in the comments just kind of reading them. And here we got this dude who says, his name's Frank. Frank says, RJ, like your videos, nothing against Oklahoma, but the Longhorns carried the Big 12 with the only bowl victory. What's your input? To which some of you read my input, but I'm going to tell you what my input is here, dog. My input is here, okay? My input is, was that Texas that won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Big 12 championships in a row? Huh? No? Oh, okay. Was it Texas that was in 1, 2, 3, 4 college football playoffs? No? But Heisman Trophy winners. It's 1, 2. How many of you? No? Huh. Not that either, huh? 3 Heisman finalists? 1? Oh, none. Oh, man. Look, Texas gets to say it has the last national championship, entry in the Big 12, which was also 10 years ago, all right? Like, we could talk about how bad or good this conference is at some length, and I will. But I'm not going to take it from Texas fans. Texas was so bad this year that you fired the offensive coordinator and you fired the play caller and you fired the defensive coordinator, all right? So that means Chris Ash, Mike Yurcich, and Tom Herman effectively all are going to be doing different jobs. Tom Herman's no longer going to have a play card, and then you're going to have Mike Yurcich, who's going to be the play caller after being the quarterback's coach and a quasi passing game offensive coordinator, didn't really call plays, just quarterback's coach at Ohio State. And Chris Ash, who was so good at his job at Rutgers that they fired him in September. All right? We got a guy that was coaching at Rutgers, coaching the defense. And I like his scheme. I think he was good at Ohio State. We'll see what it means for Texas with a 4-man front and match quarters as your scheme. Mike Yurcich was really great at Oklahoma State, right? Outstanding. Really did a lot with Mason Rudolph, made it work on the ground, made it work through the air. I would also like to add, it's 0-6 against Oklahoma. You know, all right. And here's the thing. As good as Texas was against Utah, and they were, it was all using a scheme on both sides of the ball that they are throwing out this year. Like, it's gone. It is no more. Mike Yurcich is having to teach Sam Ehlinger an entirely different scheme. Chris Ash is going to have to teach defense an entirely different scheme. Tom Herman is going to have to do a job he's never done before, which is just be a head coach and just oversee everything and how it works, because he's come to find out it's just too much. You know, I wondered this about Lincoln Riley, but he's so good as a play caller and he's so good at scheming up the offense that you don't want to take it out of his hands, but you also want him to be the head coach. I'm of the mind that one of those things has got to go, but Jimbo Fisher made it work with Florida State that one year, and that's how it's working. So I'm not so much interested in what Oklahoma's doing because, yes, 12-2, and I'm not happy about it because I'd like to win national championship before I die. I'd like to do that. I'd like to not look back to the time when I was literally 13. I'm in my 30s now. The last time Oklahoma won a national championship, and I'm not enthusiastic about LSU fans acting all Brody now that they are in a national championship game, knowing that they've only won 2 since 1958 and Oklahoma's won 7 since 1950. Okay? But Texas, you beat up on a Utah team that got skull-dragged by Oregon, okay? Like, they made them earn it in the first half, and then they fell apart. Like, Utah went on a milk carton, okay? Utah got them 2 losses. A Utah team wasn't prepared to play. It wasn't a Kyle Whittingham team that played against that Texas team. They got beat on both sides of the line of scrimmage, which is un-Utah-like. They're going to have a new quarterback, whether or not it's Jake Bentley or Cam Rising or Peyton Powell, we will see. right? But they're still going to have the same kind of scheme that they've always had with the Utes. I also would add to this that Texas was healthy, right? And because Texas was healthy, they were able to play outstanding football because they didn't have to try to fight back from Tom Herman and have them march through a death camp. It all matters, man. 1, you got to stay healthy. 2, you got to buy into this game. And 3, you can't lay a dud against Iowa State and Texas Christian. People are going to let you slide losing to Oklahoma. They're going to let you slide losing to LSU. They are not going to let you slide losing to Iowa State and Texas Christian, right? Among others, right? You can't barely beat Kansas on a game-winning field goal at home while celebrating 1969 national championship team. You can't do that. We're not going to let that slide, people, okay? These are all things to take into account. You can't get beat by Baylor. You can't. You know, it's not going to be what Texas is or what Texas wants to be, even though, quite honestly, Texas is exactly who they have been throughout their history. Like, going back to integration, this is who Texas is. 7 outright conference championships in 40 years. 10 years of 4 losses or more. The Mac Brown years are wildly underrated because he really did something that hadn't been done. It was Texas's first national championship 2005 in 35 years, right? That's how long it was. And we're not talking about a Texas team that has just been on the level of Oklahoma. They haven't. So for you to act like they have been this is like the biggest sham in sports, that Texas is a blue blood. It's not. Okay? You're back to the drawing board. You got a good recruit coming in Bijan Robinson, who I really love, who's in the All-American game. I think he's going to be great. But stop acting as if Texas is on its way back, because it ain't been on its way back. It's never going to be on its way back as long as you can't lock down Texas. Zach Evans didn't give the University of Texas a second look. He's from North Shore. What do you want? You got a kid from Dallas committing to Southern Methodist 2 years in advance on national TV. That's who Texas is. You got Edgerrin Cooper going to Texas A&M. That's who Texas is. You got Chandler Morris going to Oklahoma. He's from Highland Park. That's who Texas is. So I don't want to hear from you, okay? Till you can win a Big 12 championship, you get into the college football playoff, keep your thoughts and opinions to yourself. Doses.